Coffee. Just the smell is enough to wake you up. People all over the world love coffee. It's a comforting routine for millions every morning. But besides its great taste, how coffee affects our health, especially our hearts, has been talked about a lot. Is it good for us, or could it be harmful? Like many things, the answer is complicated. This video looks closely at how coffee, our hearts, and blood pressure are connected. We'll look at the science to give you a clear picture of this popular drink. By learning about what's in coffee and how it affects us, we can make smart choices about how much we drink. Whether you love coffee or just have it sometimes, knowing the good and bad things about it is important for a healthy heart. Let's explore the secrets of coffee and how it affects our hearts. Coffee is more than just caffeine. It has lots of different ingredients that make it taste and smell so good, and that can be good for you too. Inside each bean are over 1,000 different things. They all work together to create the taste and effects we enjoy. Each ingredient affects how our bodies react to that morning coffee. From roasting the beans to the last sip, these ingredients are working. The most famous ingredient is caffeine. It's what gives coffee its kick. Caffeine helps us wake up, concentrate, and gives us energy. It's what helps many of us start our day and get through the afternoon slump. But coffee has more than just caffeine. It also has antioxidants, which are really good for protecting our bodies. Antioxidants are like superheroes for our cells. They protect them from damage. They help fight off bad things in our bodies that can make us sick. Coffee has things called chlorogenic acids, a type of antioxidant. They help fight things that can lead to heart disease. They might also help with weight and blood sugar. Coffee also has Diterpenes. These are a little more complicated. They can be good, but too many can be bad. Two types of Diterpenes, cafestol and kahweol, might raise bad cholesterol, but they can also be good at fighting some diseases. Scientists are still learning about them. How you make your coffee can change how many Diterpenes are in it. Using a paper filter can lower them. Coffee also has important minerals like magnesium and potassium. These are good for your blood pressure and heart. These minerals help our muscles work right, including our hearts. So next time you have coffee, remember it's not just a drink, it's a mix of things that can be good for you. Scientists have studied how coffee affects our hearts a lot, and what they found is good news for people who drink coffee regularly, but not too much. Lots of studies show that coffee can be good for you. Drinking 3 to 5 cups of coffee a day can be good for your heart. This seems to be the right amount, enough to be helpful, but not too much. One of the best things about coffee is that it might help prevent heart disease. This is really important because heart disease is a big problem. A big study showed that people who drank 3 to 4 cups of coffee a day were 15% less likely to get heart disease than people who didn't drink coffee. This is probably because coffee has antioxidants which help protect our hearts. Antioxidants are important for fighting off bad things in our bodies. Drinking coffee might also help prevent heart failure, which is when your heart doesn't pump blood very well. A study showed that drinking 1 or 2 cups of coffee a day could lower the risk of heart failure by 8 to 12%. Even a little coffee can be good for you. This is probably because coffee helps your blood vessels work better. Better blood flow means a healthier heart. Coffee isn't just good for your heart, it can be good for other things too. Drinking a moderate amount of coffee might also help prevent strokes, especially the kind caused by blocked blood flow to the brain. One study showed that regular coffee drinkers were 20% less likely to have a stroke. Coffee might be a simple way to keep your brain healthy. This is probably because coffee helps blood flow and reduces swelling. Good blood flow is important for preventing strokes and other heart problems. Coffee is good for your heart in many ways, but how it affects blood pressure is a little more complicated. Coffee has good things like antioxidants and might help prevent some heart problems. But how it affects blood pressure is different for everyone. The caffeine in coffee can make your blood pressure go up for a little while, and this worries some people. This happens because caffeine stimulates your brain and nerves. This happens because caffeine blocks something called adenosine, which normally helps your blood vessels relax. When this happens, your blood vessels get smaller, and your blood pressure goes up for a bit. When adenosine is blocked, your blood vessels get tighter, and your blood pressure goes up for a short time. This usually lasts for 1 to 3 hours, and it's more noticeable if you don't drink coffee often. This usually lasts for 1 to 3 hours, and it's more noticeable if you don't drink coffee often. For most people, the increase isn't much, and it's not harmful unless they already have high blood pressure. For most people, the increase isn't much, and it's not harmful unless they already have high blood pressure. But if you already have high blood pressure, you should be careful about how much caffeine you have. If you drink coffee regularly, your body gets used to the caffeine, and it doesn't raise your blood pressure as much. If you drink coffee regularly, your body gets used to the caffeine, and it doesn't raise your blood pressure as much. A study showed that drinking coffee regularly didn't make most people more likely to get high blood pressure. A study showed that drinking coffee regularly didn't make most people more likely to get high blood pressure. This means that if you drink coffee a lot, your body gets used to it. A study showed that drinking coffee regularly didn't make most people more likely to get high blood pressure. This means that if you drink coffee a lot, your body gets used to it. So, coffee might raise your blood pressure for a little while, but if you drink it regularly, it's probably not a big problem.